emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Hello and welcome to the Final Order Report, where we bring you a hand-picked selection of comics and graphic novels before they head to print and quantities are finalized. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the final inside scoop and your last chance to subscribe or special order before the final order deadline this Monday, January 27th at noon. These titles will be hitting our shelves as soon as February 19th. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or access your existing account to order and pay securely online, ensuring you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. Let's get signed in and I'll show you what's what. Once you're signed into Comichub, go to the green banner here, shop coming soon. Once you're in there, you see all the carousels here that turn left to right. Top carousel is current search results. Below that is PDF previews of some of the upcoming books, including some of the things we may be looking at today. Below that is orders due Sunday, Last Call. That is the carousel we will be using. And under that, there is a carousel for next Wednesday's items. That's everything we are expecting on the shelf on Wednesday, January 27th? But 28th, whatever the date is. 29th, that's the Wednesday, right? Yes, yeah, the 29th. I'm awake. Below that, we have some event carousels for crossovers and big event titles happening very soon. Let's scroll back up to orders due Sunday. Hit that red button to open it up, and you'll see all of the cool filters on the top here. All the red buttons are alphanumeric filters to get right to the titles you're interested in. Above that is drop-down menus to isolate and filter specific publishers, categories, brands, etc. You'll also notice we're scrolling top to bottom in this view. But now that we're here, let's kick it off with a little bit of me coming back on screen and showing you that we're going to be talking about Final Order Report for trade paperbacks. One of the first things we will look at today is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles IDW Sourcebook. This is a hardcover collection for the material that was recently published in single issues. This is 408 pages for $59.99. This will be an oversized format, like I'm sure it will match up to the rest of the TMNT hardcovers. Next up, we have a graphic novel from Dark Horse Comics, collecting Prodigy, The Slaves of Mars. This is from Mark Miller with art by Stefano Landini, who also did that cover. Over at Image, we get a collection of Convert by John Arcudi and Savannah Finley. This is the 4-issue miniseries. 96 pages for $14.99. Also from Image, here's an exciting thing. Let's move in on this one a little bit. This is Hellspawn, the complete collection. This collects Hellspawn issues 1 through 16 in a single volume, 424 pages for $29.99. This includes the writing of Brian Michael Bendis, Steve Niles, and also features the art of Ashley Wood, who did this very cool cover. And also, or is that Ben Templesmith? I don't know. It says the cover art is Ben Templesmith. Maybe it is. Yeah, interesting. Anyways, it features art by both Ashley Wood and Ben Templesmith. It will be available on March 5th from Image Comics. And we get from Ghost Machine Redcoat Graphic Novel Volume 1. We get a couple different covers for this one. We get the Brian Hitch and Brad Anderson cover. And another one by Brad Hitch and Brad Anderson. This collects issues 1 through 7, including some of the material from Geiger, the 80-page giant. Redcoat Volume 1 from Image Comics Ghost Machine imprint. Also from Image Comics, this is from Giant Generator. Written by Rick Remender with art by Jerome Pena, Harper Jatin, Mika Ferrator, Peter Bergting, Nick Stackel, and Eric Nguyen, with a cover by Eric Nguyen. This is the complete collection of Strange Girl. Oh my gosh, 480 pages for $60. This is a hardcover. If you're interested in this, get your orders in by Monday at noon. All right, we got a couple more items in the graphic novels to show off this week. From Marvel Comics, we get a epic collection of Rom, the series from 1979, reprinting 1 through 20 of this classic series. 80s sci-fi icon Rom the Space Knight. It's all collected here. Oh, that's so cool. With art by Sal Buscema, written by Bill Mantlo. This is lots of fun. Good price, $50, almost 450 pages. Rom, Epic Collection, Volume 1. And finally, from Marvel Comics, in the graphic novel section, we have Uncanny X-Men, Volume 1 from Gail Simone. This is the first 6 issues, as well as a short story from Here or There, Free Comic Book Day, and other. This is 168 pages for $19.99, written by Gail Simone with art by David Marquez, who did this cover. This is From the Ashes of the Krakoan Era, the flagship X title returns at last. Yeah. Uncanny X-Men, Volume 1, available on April 9th from Marvel Comics. Okay, that wraps up our look at graphic novels. Pardon me. Now let's take a quick look at new printings. Only got a couple new printings this week. One from, they're really from Keen Spot and their side imprint Execution Posse Holdings. Kill Town #1 gets a second printing. This from Rob Pryor and Naomi Griffin. And also from Keen Spot, we get Mark Spears Monsters #1, a monstrous 4th printing. A huge success for Keen Spot Entertainment. You could get your copy of this by special ordering. All right, over at DC Comics, we get a couple of facsimile reprints. We get I think this is part 4 of the Hush reprinting in facsimile format, Batman 611 with a cover by Jim Lee. And that's also available in a foil variant for an additional couple of bucks. Batman 611. Also in Facsimile Edition, Crisis number 11. It's the penultimate issue of this 12-issue miniseries, reprinting Crisis on Infinite Earth, a groundbreaking, universe-shaking, reality-quaking miniseries from the 80s. Yeah. Okay, that's also available in foil. Regular old reprints we get from Batman Dark Patterns number 1, written by Dan Waters with art by Hayden Sherman. I'm so very glad that they've decided to do a new printing of this book. Very cool. And a new printing of New Gods number 2. This one sold out real quick from writer Ram V and artist Evan Cagle. And I think just one thingy from Marvel Comics in new printings this week, and that is Rogue the Savage Land number 1, the second printing featuring this Adam Hughes variant. Beautiful. Interiors by writer Tim Seeley and artist Zulima Lavina. Available on February 26 from Marvel Comics. And that wraps up our look at new printings. Let's take a quick look at second issues. This is going to be real quick, folks. There's only a couple. Got Rogue the Savage Land number 2 with this cover by Carrie Andrews. A B cover from Amanda Connor. Nice. And a J. Scott Campbell cover for Rogue the Savage Land number 2. And from Dark Horse Comics, we get a second issue of Ripperland. Number 1 isn't debuting until this upcoming Wednesday. If you're a fan of Jack the Ripper fiction and or like your period fiction, highly speculative, Ripperland number 2 is on FOC this week from Steve Orlando and artist Alessandro Oliveri, who did this cover. And that wraps up a very quick look at second issues. Next up, jumped ahead a little bit. Next up is our focus on first issues. And we'll start off with some small press. We got The Crow, Flesh and Blood, continuing Sumerian's Year of the Crow. The Crow, Flesh and Blood is returning to print in comic book format for the first time since 1996. Against the rugged beauty of the Western Mountains, Iris Shaw, a federal conservation officer, is murdered when right-wing extremists blow up her office. But her death is only part of the tragedy. She was carrying an unborn child. Denied peace, Iris is resurrected by the Crow to seek brutal vengeance on the men who sold her life, or who stole her life and future. Now driven by supernatural fury, she hunts them down one by one, delivering justice from beyond the grave. From Sumerian Comics, writer and creator of The Crow, James O'Barr, is joined by artist Alex Maleev for this reprinting of Crow, Flesh and Blood number 1 with this cover by Suspiria Velche and a B cover from Ingrid Gala, Damian Connolly on C, and this D cover by Brow? Sure. This is Crow, Flesh and Blood number 1. Available on February 26th. Get your orders in for any of these covers by this Monday. All right, over at Boom Studios, we get what looks to be a very important issue of House of Slaughter. If you've dipped out for a little while, you might want to reconsider, because from the world of Something is Killing the Children, the best-selling series House of Slaughter Launched 3 years ago to immediate critical and fan acclaim. Selling nearly... I'm not going to listen to them. Listen to me toot their own horn. Let's see. Now, prepare for the end of an era that illuminated the darkest corners of the Order of St. George with the final issue of House of Slaughter. The house is changing, with Edwin and Bate finding themselves in a whirlwind of uncertainty as they're assigned new masks. But for Nolan, a very different fate awaits, one that will change the fabric of the Hunters forever in this pivotal milestone issue that will change the Slaughterverse forever. This is the final issue of House of Slaughter number 30, with a cover by Jorge Fornes, a B cover from Something is Killing the Artist Werther Daldera, cardstock variant by Inhyuk Lee, and an anniversary variant by Dan Mora. Check out this very cool wraparound cover by Danny Luckert. Yes, indeed. Lots of detail. The family, the House of Slaughter. It's all portrayed here in House of Slaughter number 30. The final issue of the series, available on February 19th. And then over at Titan Comics and their hard case crime imprint, Loose End number 1, an homage to classic 90s crime drama movies. Tied up, tortured, and thrown into a world of chaos. Get ready for the wildest ride of your life, with crushing debt, an aimless career, and a thirst for the high life punching down on him. Failing screenwriter Stephen Hollis is handed a ticket out of his dead-end lifestyle, an offer he can't refuse from the mob. Now all he has to do is kill the biggest executive in Hollywood, in the vein of movies such as Desperado, Swingers, Heat, and Reservoir Dogs. If you didn't get the hint from that variant cover, Loose End number 1 is written by Dave Dwanch with art by Travis Himmel. We got these covers by Andy Bellinger, Robert Hack. That's Robert Hack, yeah? I don't know. Maybe. Travis Himmel did that cover, as well as that cover. It's Loose End from Titan Publishing. Oni Press comes in with Rick and Morty. They've got a new miniseries, Ricklemania, written as well as drawn by Mark Ellerby. Available on February 19th with this cover by Mark Ellerby. Alessandro Santoro and Jarrett Williams for this interconnecting variant for Rick and Morty Ricklemania number 1, available on February 19th. Sumerian Comics debuts We Only Go Out When It Gets Dark. This one-shot, 32 pages for $4.99 from Damian Connolly, creator of the best-selling comics You Promised Me Darkness and Follow Me Into the Darkness, returns to Sumerian Comics. This one-shot serves as an introduction to his brand new twisted horror world. 3 stories that mix violence, terror, sex, suspense, and drama with ghosts, cats, and a weird cosmic creature from Damian Connolly, who came in with all these variant covers. We Only Go Out When It Gets Dark, number 1. Cover price $4.99 for any of these variants. Available on February 26th from Sumerian Comics. All right, over at IDW, we get this cool new series from Sophie Campbell and Matt Frank. Mothra, Queen of the Monsters. Yeah. Mothra has fallen after a fearsome battle with a terrifying new kaiju, Antra. Without its protector, the world has entered into a state of desolation. Kaiju roam freely, and what remains of humankind has been forced into hiding. But all hope is not lost. Mira is a young woman living in the wasteland who believes she lost her entire family in Mothra's final stand. That is until her missing twin shows up at her door with 2 fairies. If her sister is to believe, Mira might hold the key to the rebirth of Mothra and the Earth's return to normalcy. From the Kaiju King, Matt Frank, and all-star writer Sophie Campbell, Mothra, Queen of the Monsters, debuts on March 5th with this cover by Matt Frank and a B cover from Sophie Campbell. That's going to be my pick of the week. Yeah. All right, from Dynamite Entertainment, we get a couple of debuts. Darkwing Duck #1 is back from writer Daniel Kibblesmith and artist Ted Brandt. He is the terror that flaps in the night, the fowl that felons most fear, a legend in his own time and his own mind. He is Darkwing Duck. But how did this avian exemplar develop his redoubtable reputation? Find out in this series from Dynamite Entertainment. Darkwing Duck #1 with this cover by Tad Stones. A B cover from Mark Bagley. Nice. Ted Brandt and Rose Stein. Nicoletta Baldari, which I am currently in love with this art. It's very cool. Darkwing Duck also has covers from Cangialosi and a foil variant by Tad Stones. This is Darkwing Duck #1 from Dynamite Entertainment. Also from Dynamite Entertainment. Dude, I'm super excited about this. From writer Tom Snagowski and artist Craig Russo, this is the return of Herculoids. Building on the success of the critically acclaimed and best-selling Space Ghost series, Dynamite Entertainment is proud to bring another beloved Hanna-Barbera classic to readers this February, the Herculoids. Hidden in the furthest reaches of space, the planet of Amzot is legendary for its fabled riches and for the terrible fates that befall anybody who seeks to exploit them. Those who survive their encounters tell blood-chilling tales of horrific, imposing monsters that guard the mysterious world. Find out more. Written by Tom Snagowski and drawn by Craig Russo, The Herculoids Returns features a wealth of covers like this A cover for Francesco Mattina. Speechless. As Joseph Michael Linsner cover. Outstanding. Wow. Bjorn Barons. That is downright creepy. Igu and Gleek are just... What's up with them things? So cool. Felipe Massafara and a Mike Mignola cover on Herculoids. Ooh, check out this Francesco Mattina foil variant, all on Dynamite Entertainment's Herculoids #1, available on February 19th. Get your orders in by Monday. From Dark Horse Entertainment, Dark Horse Comics, and Stan Sakai, we get a new series, Usagi Yojimbo 10,000 Plums. One of the Shogun's samurai strongmen becomes immediately suspicious when Usagi, Yukichi, and Gen are found wandering in a huge field of the Shogun's prized plum trees. With a series of strange events gripping the local village with fear, can their appearance be a mere coincidence? an all-new color Usagi story from Stan Sakai featuring the return of fan-favorite character Jen. This is a 5-issue miniseries debuting on March 5th with this cover by Stan Sakai, a cover by the Escorza brothers, who've been doing work for the Turtles, I think, and this Arita Mitsuhiro cover on C. This is Usagi Ojimbo 10,000 Plums, number 1. All right. Over at Image Comics, we got just one debut on FOC this week. Power Fantasy number 6 is back with a new story arc. They're back, and the Doomsday Clock is still ticking. Ticking. What's up? Everyone panickedly screams, "What have you done?" as Magus and Heavy's 18 years in the making plans for world domination are revealed. I'm sure it'll be okay, and everyone won't die. This is Power Fantasy's brand new story arc from writer Casper Wingard and artist Abigail Jill Harding. Interesting, with an A cover by Casper Wingard and a B cover from Abigail Jill Harding. No, it looks like Casper Wingard is doing interiors on that too. Anyways, Power Fantasy number 6 will be available on February 19th from Image Comics. All right, now let's jump into the big press with the first number 1 from Marvel Comics. This is the final battle for the galaxy. It all begins here in this adaptation of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. This adaptation is written by Jody Houser with interior art by Will Slinney and covers by Phil Noto. Ooh, this very nice Brian Stelfreeze cover. That's cool. Jody Muir. Whoa, the Emperor is creepy. A Ken Lashley Black History Month variant. And this movie variant for Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, debuting on February 26th. Also from Marvel Comics, we get this new one-shot from J. Michael Straczynski, continuing the series of one-shots that just started this last week with the Doctor Doom and Rocket Raccoon team up. This is teaming Captain America and Volstagg as they recruit, as Volstagg recruits the Sentinel of Liberty. When a war breaks out in the Nine Realms, Volstagg of the Warriors 3 returns to the only man skilled enough to end it, Steve Rogers. Captain America. J. Michael Straczynski teams up with visionary artist Bernard Chang for the second in a series of one-shots, bringing unlikely Marvel characters together for tales unlike any other. With a cover by Terry Dodson and variants by Bernard Chang, Mark Brooks. Oh, this Mark Brooks cover. All for one-shot Captain America and Volstagg, available on February 26th. Here's another one-shot for the Women of Marvel brand called She-Devils. The claws are out. Marvel's street-level heroines break out of the shadows in a fight for the record books. When Shanna the She-Devil uncovers a dark conspiracy, she'll call on international allies. She'll call on international allies put their fist-sized katanas and gauntlets together and stop a bomb before it can explode. Your favorite devilish women of Marvel and some of the hottest creators in the industry in one butt-kicking anthology. What are you waiting for? Call your shop and collect your boots and heels. Ladies and gents and others, we've got work to do. From writer Stephanie Phillips and artist Allison Sampson, with a cover by Nina Vaqueva, a Peach Momoko cover, and a Rose Besh cover. Ooh, that Rose Besh cover. Give me that. That's cool. I like the textures in that hair. The Women of Marvel She-Devils, #1. Cover price $4.99, available on February 26th. And that's it from Marvel. Let's jump on over to DC Comics. First big release on the FOC this week from DC Comics is a brand new story arc over on Catwoman, who takes on Tokyo. From writer Torrin Gronbeck and artist Mariana Ignazi, they take Selina as she arrives in Tokyo looking for an old ally and a much-needed respite. Unfortunately for the feline fatale of crime, her enemies are already one step ahead of her. As she struggles to outwit them, Catwoman is offered a proposition. What if she were to completely disappear and give up being Selina Kyle forever? With outstanding covers by Sebastian Fiumara, Frank Cho. Oh my gosh, a Frank Cho cover. The Cross Hatching. Dan Panosian on this cardstock cover. A Lyrics Lee Hush cover. All for Superman Catwoman 73. Available on February 19th. This is DC Comics All In. And here's another new storyline starting up in Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman rejoins the fight after the birth of her daughter. Diana finally returns to the battlefield, ready to take down those who dared to harm her Wonder Girls. To take down Sovereign's formidable general, Grail, she must call upon her friend turned foe, the Cheetah. From Tom King and series artist Daniel Sampere, we get a bunch of swell covers, including this Daniel Sampere cover on A. David Nakayama on beat, David Talaski, and this Black History Month cover by Ryan Benjamin. It's Wonder Woman, number 18, kicking off a new story from Tom King. Yeah. Ooh, and it's all leading up to this, folks. We got one more thing to show you on Final Order Report. I'd like to thank you all for joining us before I jump right in here. The book you've all been waiting for. It's the build-up. It is Zatanna. Join the superstar writer, artist Jamal Campbell as they kick off an all-new Zatanna limited series. Zatanna Zatara, the Mistress of Magic, is back on tour. She is. She's got her stage crew back together and is looking forward to a new, less chaotic chapter of life. However, her plans are disrupted. Before they even begin when her stage crew is abducted by a ghostly new adversary, the Lady White. Now Zatanna is plunged into machinations of tricks, swords, and curses that threaten to tear her apart from the inside out. From writer-artist Jamal Campbell, Zatanna #1 is a new 6-issue miniseries with an A cover by Jamal Campbell themselves, a bunch of cardstock covers from Chris Bacalo, So Micah. My gosh. This David Tulaski cover is beautiful. Oh my gosh. A blank cover and a Sozo Micah foil variant for $6.99. A Fico Ocio all-in foil variant for $6.99. And this very interesting item, limited to 2,500 copies, Cover H, the Derek Chew DC Showcase variant, is priced at $24.99. That's what we'll charge if we get them and you special order it. We'll see if I get any for the shelf. We'll see. Zatanna #1 debuts on February 19th and is our top of the list. Yeah. That's it, folks. That's the top of the list. And you've got until Monday, January 27th, to order these items and many more. Please send in confirmed items in your cart in Comichub before Monday at noon, January 27th. Yeah. Okay. Before I let you go, I've got a couple more things to show you. Let's start off with a couple of events. First up, we have our February drink and draw. I can do that. There it is. Valentine's Drink and Draw. It happens on February 14th. That's Friday, February 14th from 7 to 9 at Downey Brewing Company, hosted by Blick Art Materials, Green Brain Comics, and Downey Brewing Company. Join us at Downey Brewing Company. Check out their details. Oh my gosh. I probably should have put the other slide up here. Let me do that real quick. Okay, Downey Brewing Company is located at 13121 Prospect Avenue. Check out their website at downeybrewingcompany.com. And I strongly advise Googling their address. It's a little bit off the beaten track. It's on Prospect, which is a little industrial drive that runs along the tracks right before you hit 94. Yeah, I invite you to come by. It's absolutely free. Downey Brewing Company serves a variety of beers, fine quality beers, and they've also got wines and seltzers, I believe. They'll also give you $1 off your first beer. Check it out. East Dearborn Drink and Draw, February 14th. And then we've got Brain Candy coming back. Brain Candy number 65 will be on Monday, February 17th, inside Green Brain Comics. This is absolutely free, brought to you courtesy of Green Brain Comics, the Emerging Writers Network, and the performers, which include poet Sarah Carson, music from Jake MacArthur, and the visual art of Jeremy Ian Harvey. That all happens on Monday, February 17th at Green Brain Comics for free. Check out more information at greenbraincomics.com. We should have an event page up on Facebook very soon. If you're interested, come on by. Last show was packed. This will be packed as well. I'm very excited to bring in Jeremy Ian Harvey, who's a local cartoonist. Very interesting style. And I'm sure the other creators will be just as engaging. Bring Candy number 65. And come on back here to YouTube this Tuesday at 6:30 for Brain Scan, our weekly live stream preview of New Comic Day from the floor of Green Brain Comics on the eve of New Comic Book Day, Wednesday, January 29th. Check it out live Tuesday at 6:30. And join me back here on YouTube on next Friday at 5 for Final Order Report, your weekly spotlight on everything that's going to print. And your last opportunity to get orders in for these great comic books and graphic novels. Yeah. All right, make sure to put those orders in through Comic Hub. Yeah. Thank you for joining me for the Final Order Report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Also on Blue Sky. All of the links to our shopping cart website and Comic Hub are below in the description. Music for this episode provided by Brainstem Productions. We are spreading the love of comic book. Let me start that over again. We are spreading the love of comics and we are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.